Good morning, people. Welcome to Apex Brotherhood Live. I am still in bed. No, I'm not really. My brain is, but I'm not. I'm up. I'm at the markets. This is my chart that I've got going at the minute. I have got it set on. Some of that I can't see. Through technical difficulties this morning. So I've got this on Euro. No, I haven't. I've got this on USD JPY. This is the bot from yesterday. This is the one that was messing about. I've actually got those bugs ironed out now within this bot, so it's trading as it should. It's took no trades this morning because I've only just set it up for the stream. So at the minute, it knows that it's structure's bearish. Again, it's a single candle entry. Stop loss is at the bottom of the trigger candle. Entry is at the top, or vice versa, depending on which way the market's actually going. I've managed to change the length of the EMA, which is Alma at the minute, and it's set to 616. I managed to get it to a 56% win rate with 44 losses, and out of those 56 wins, 56 is at TP1, 21 is at TP2, and only 9 is at TP3. So it's good at hitting TP1 and TP2. Follow through to TP3 looks a little bit quite intermittent, and that gives us a total R of 53.22. At the minute it says it's flat because it's not in any trades, so I've got it set to the 3-minute time frame, hoping that it'll actually pull back, give us a little win, and then carry on in its journey in the direction that it seems to be going, which looks to me like it's down. So as long as we come up and we get in a trade, I won't mind if it just takes us out for a little loss, because then it'll immediately get us in for a long, or at least that's the idea of the actual bot, and then it'll get us into a short, and we'll ride it out from there. I've got it set so it is actually taking trades now, instead of trying to trade prefixes that the broker won't let me trade, and there's me thinking that it was the bot, but it wasn't. It was actually user error. So I've got this set up now. I think Scott has had some technical difficulties this morning. Same as everybody else. You use it one day and it's all fine. You come back and it's all messed up for the next day, and you've not even touched out. So he's having some difficulties. I'll let me have a look in the Discord, because I don't know where Sam is. He might be swatting for an exam or something. He did say he was going to be in. He might be a little bit late. He might be partying, still celebrating from last night when we was broadcasting live in the Discord. I'm not really going to say much about that because I don't want to take it away from him. I'm going to let him tell you. So when he turns up, I'm going to let him tell you how his live stream in the Discord went last night, and how that actually went. Like I said, I'm nearly close to telling you what happened, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna leave it to him. It was his. It's his information, so he should be the one to. Disclose it. So I'm hoping Scott gets back pretty fast. I could hear him. He just couldn't hear me. I don't know what was going on. Maybe he had a input malfunction, but that's it basically for this bot and waiting for it to actually take a trade so you can actually see it. I do wish that we could actually bring up more different screens because I'm trading on more platforms than just this one. This is a live trading account with real cash money, so it's not paper trading. It's a real account. So with that being said, is there anybody in chat? We've got In the Wild Trades. Good morning, mate. I'm just getting my bearings this morning. I've been dumped on this planet all by myself, and I'm trying to work out the rules. So I hope you're well this morning. Are you looking at anything? Did you trade anything this week? I haven't necessarily been looking at the charts with a mind for taking any trading opportunities. All I've been doing is trying to iron out some of the bugs within this bot. So that's been actually occupying my mind no end. And last night I keep making a rod for my own back because I'm really close to having this finalised. My other ones are almost like really close to being finalised, that I've actually got now running my system. So I've got them looking for trading opportunities instead of me doing it. But for now, what I'll do is I'll just go to oil to see what oil's doing. Start on the high time frames. And let the chart catch up. Once it's done that, we can see that we've spiked up. We've spiked up pretty high. We've got to a level of about $119. So we nearly tipped $120 at the time. It's coming back down reasonably nicely. It wants to get down to, I don't know, at least $20 a barrel. So the pumps are reflected the price on that because I don't know about you, but it's definitely getting a bit pricey where I live for diesel. Diesel is now more expensive than petrol. Crazy. Yep. So I only like the higher time frames if I'm actually trading them, and just to find out the bias. So that it's in a downtrend. Daily time frame is also in a downtrend. We've just kind of had this reaction from this zone here where we've got a daily gap. It's filled the daily gap, so I reckon price is happy with retracing and filling the actual gap, and now we're off down, which is a good thing. Just hope that it reflects in the pumps sooner rather than later. And I'm not actually that good with MT5 like you see everybody else with all the drawings and stuff like that. So I'm still trying to find out where things are. So if we put the box up there, now I know that it's going down, so if we go to the 15-minute time frame. In fact, I might as well draw these on the 15-minute time frame because they're quite ugly. But you can see that there's kind of a double top as it's come down, coming back up. It's tested this area once again. It's not managed to actually break through. So if we take the low of that as well, and try and mark that out reasonably roughly. So we've got this gap here. This gap is 1,215 points, and that takes us down to roughly about $79 a barrel. Will it get down there? Let's hope it does. Let's go a little bit further. So we could also map this area out here if you wanted to get into a quicker trade. What happened there? Let's start again. Let's make that a little bit better as well. So we can take this as the area of resistance. This is the area of support. Again, this is 12 minute. I did actually think that I was on the 15. It doesn't really matter, it's all the same. So we've got a triple bottom. It's bounced up and it's support. And it's bounced up from support, it resistance. Coming further away, I'd be looking for taking a short if price comes back maybe up to here, digs in, and then shows sign of a retracement to the downside. I'll probably take a short on that. Other than that, we have this area. I need to learn some shortcut keys. We've got this area where price has tried coming back up to and failed 1, 2, 3 times as it's come down. So if price rejects from this area, you might actually see me take a short live if this bot hasn't taken a trade on the in between. Which roughly round about here to here is 346 pips. So that'd be a good trade to get into, and that'd bring us down to this area of resistance that we've got down here. So I'd say that it was made at this. It was made here. It's come back, tried breaking through 1, 2, 3 times, failed. We've gone to the upside. We've met this area of resistance, and it's tried once, twice, 3, 4 times at least. Come down to a lower area of resistance, so it was made here, and it was tried 1, 2, and we're maybe pushing up for a third. If it does and rejects, then I'm going to probably get into a trade and try and ride it all the way back down here. If it breaks through, it just might be trying to test this area again, so I'll wait until it actually breaks that one to the downside. Unbiased trader is in as well. Good morning, buddy. Unbiased trader trades pretty much close to how I do, as in longer lasting trades and going for a bigger R. So that's great to know that someone else is actually trading like myself, instead of just sticking to scalps, which ain't that bad if you can do it. But I like just sort of getting into one of my trades that I'm happy getting into and just letting it ride out. And this is what all the bot development is for. Trying to get some of my trading techniques wrapped up in a bot. And as we are speaking, EuroJPY, the bot has just opened up a trade. I've just seen the screen flash. It's opened up 2 trades, so it's tried opening up a 3, which I've told it to, but JPY is only allowing 0.2. it split those 0.2s into two separate trades, so it can actually take TP1 and TP2. If it opened up a 0.4, it would have split it up into 3. Well, it would have split it up into 4, but that would have been TP1, TP2, TP3. There wouldn't have been a TP4, it would have left that as a runner. So as we can see now that it's not bunching up the TPs, which is good to see. This may fail because we are kind of on a downtrend. It's just come up, probably entered me in. I'm going to go straight to stop loss, but that's okay. Or if it flips here, I think I've got it so it automatically takes me out for not much of a loss, but it'll take me out and the trade will flip short. It is actually a good sort of system to do that, but in choppy markets it's not ideal because you can just get chopped up. But I wouldn't be going out for a full stop. I need to keep an eye on the stop loss and the take profit areas, which is bang on. Risk 70 points. TP1 is bang on 70 points. So the TPs are lining up better than they did yesterday, even though I was getting taken out in profit. It was just a little bit too soon. Yeah, everything's lining up now. So I spent the rest of yesterday trying to iron some of the bugs out. It seems that I've done most of them, so I'm quite pleased with that. I'm quite pleased with the work that I actually got done yesterday. In the Wilds trades is saying, took a couple of longs this week, mainly on S&P. Glad I took profits yesterday before Trump's speech. Yes. He is the guy that moves the markets in both directions. I've found that it is actually good to either get out before he starts talking and to stay out over the weekend as well, because he likes talking over the weekend and affecting the markets dramatically come Monday. We got Paul again. Good morning, Matt. How's it going, bud? Saying good morning, you beautiful people. And also, the music's a touch loud, mate. I never put it on. That you know what? I'm gonna blame this guy down here. It was Scott. I never put it on, and I can't hear it. So if the music's loud, I can't actually hear it. I'll turn it down. Turn it down to, I think Will said 8. It's on 3, mate. The music's on 3 and the music's loud. Music's now on 2. Let us know if that made any difference. To be honest with you, I heard it when I actually signed in this morning. But with me talking now, I've kind of ignored it, and it's really low, so I can't hear it. But let us know if that's any better. Yeah, it's better now. Awesome. But as for the music, I literally cannot hear it. So I was waiting for the bot to take a trade, and while I was talking about oil, it actually took 2. So that's about right. It's going well for you this morning, Evan. Now all I need to do now is see how this plays out. No worries, Scott. You have to do what you have to do. Try an actual PC reset. It just might have. It just might respond a little bit better. It might be it might be what it needs. Quick turn off and turn back on again. Does actually sort some problems out with PCs, but I generally find I run into the more uncommon problems with PCs, like total hard drive failures, out of memory, because I run them hard and I run them daily. Man never really gets switched off. It's pretty much on 24/7. And I was on NAS on TradingView, so I was taking manual trades on TradingView, like Sam suggested that I was already doing, but he didn't know. But he came up with a good idea on just manually trading while I'm waiting for the bot to actually do whatever it needs to do while I'm on a different prefix. I can actually take some manual trades while I'm getting bored. But the thing is, I can't actually keep switching at will in between platforms, CTrader and stuff like that, without taking it off the screen, putting it back on the screen. It's kind of annoying. It'd be alright if we could actually have all screens designated to each presenter, so we can have at least 4 screens up all at once, so we can keep flicking back and forth. But that's not an option. It's not even on what I use neither. But it would be a good thing. Maybe we could get Will to send him an email and stick it in the suggestion box. Other than that, we are in a losing position, or at least it's in drawdown for now. Let me flick to oil. I haven't got. Oh, there you go. It actually spikes up a little bit, and I can't do nothing about it because I'm already in 2 trades. NAS is looking like it's going up this morning. So if anyone's in a NAS long, unbiased trader. Now I know that you trade NAS. Are you actually looking at longs for yourself in NAS? Again, like Sam was saying the other day, it's at all-time highs again, so there's not much structure. It's actually been rallying. I've kind of missed all this. Otherwise, I would have been in round about here, and I'd have still been in it now. So are you looking at anything this morning on NAS, unbiased trader? I know you do DAX as well, but I ain't got that up. I've just been trying to get this bot working, at least as it should be, and trying to figure out the lengths of the EMAs via the actual thing that I'm trading, whether it's Forex or stocks, indices, or anything like that. So what I want a little cheat sheet. It's not always going to be the same length. It is going to adjust as the market adjusts. It'll get better at times and it'll get worse at times. But I need a rough guide of where to actually start looking and adjusting the lengths of the EMAs and what EMAs act a little bit better with the different symbols. So excuse me. So once I've got that cheat sheet sorted, I'll have a little bit of an advantage on setting it up, which'll make it a little bit faster for me. But as for the bot, again, I'm quite pleased on where it is actually at. Same as my other ones, they haven't actually took a trade yet. But if I get rid of this, gosh, and share this. Me and Unbiased Trader before was, I think it was Friday. We was at poker night. After everyone left, we spent about 10 minutes just having a quick chat about NAS and trading opportunities. So although we was supposed to be unwinding from work, we ended up talking more on work and how we was finding things out. Now I marked this level out with Unbiased Trader as we was talking. And to be honest, Unbiased, when you actually see this, you'll see that there's not much change, and this is the NAS. So there it is. That was a trade I was in, but just not all of that. That ended up being, at the time that we was talking, that ended up being 16.27. So if I'd have managed to have actually traded that, that would have been better. Unfortunately, I was on a lower time frame, so I didn't actually trade all that. I think I only got to about here before a flip happened, which was just before this flip, but it was on a higher time frame. I was on a lower time frame, so I didn't actually get that far. I know someone that did, which was absolutely awesome, but personally I didn't, and they even got in on a lower time frame too. But as you see, Unbiased, since we was talking, which I can see you responding, it hasn't actually done that. We're kind of running a bit flat on the NAS for that. But this is my other bot. This is my my Born Sentinel. This trades in a totally different way to how the other bot that I was showing you trades. This one is more, for me, it's more swing trading. It's set to it's not locked, but it's set to the 45-minute time frame. So when it gets in, obviously each candle's 45 minutes. So you can see by the lines that are drawn here, that's like quarter of a day. So let's just count them as 1, 2, 3, 4. And by the end of the 5th day, we would have made 16.27R, which is a really good trade. I was in one before, somewhere around here. I don't even think it was NAS. It wasn't actually NAS. It was UK 100. I got in on a Monday and I got out on a Friday. And I can see Scott's come back to us.
Good morning, Evan. Good morning, guys. How are we doing? Do you hear me all right?
Yep, can hear you fine, buddy. Just wait for everyone in chat to see if they can hear you too, but I reckon they can.
Fantastic. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened this morning. I just could not get my earphones to connect and hear my PC. It seems to be struggling. I don't know what's going on. All my backgrounds on my monitors have all disappeared and gone black. And everything's a bit clunky and slow, so I'll need to investigate that further and work out what's overloading it.
No worries, no worries. Did you give it a restart, or did you just try and figure it out as you was going along?
No, I went for a full restart. The same thing was happening yesterday a little bit when I was hovering over an icon. The background of the icon was just blacking out, and as I went over each one, it just slowly turned the screen black. Wow. So it's something. I think it's to do with the graphics card by the thinking of it.
Yeah. I was gonna sort of point you in some of that direction. It sounds more visual than it does anything else. In the wild straight, saying that you're coming through reasonably well.
Excellent. Good to hear it. Morning in the wilds. Good to see you in here today. I'm just filling in for Sam. Sam was otherwise engaged this morning, so I've decided I'd take the opportunity, a day off work. I should be doing some DIY and catching up with things around the house, so I would much rather come on here and chat to you guys.
Absolutely, absolutely. My face is you shouldn't do anything now that you can put off until tomorrow.
Very true, very true. I've not really looked at the markets this morning. Yeah, I've not really looked at all. Just had a quick look through the screens. It all just seems to be a bit rangy on the Forex, but I've not really looked at it in detail yet. Does anybody on the chat want anything looked at in particular on the Forex side? I'm quite happy to break something down and have a look and see if there's a trade on. Other than that, I dare say I could go through my normal morning look at the markets.
Yeah, you definitely do that, Scott, because I'm just going to flick back to the screen I was previously sharing. I'm just going into profit again after a little bit of drawdown. So if you do that, by the time you finish, maybe I might actually be at TP1.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll just put my screen share on in that case. Bear with me, I'll get something uploaded onto that. Hopefully you can see my chart there. It looks a bit messy. So yeah, everything, even my MT5's not good.
Yeah, I was going to say you've not actually got that on screen. So let me just.
Oh, right. Okay, I'm in the. I can transition.
You are good now.
Okay, I'll turn off. I press studio mode to set that up. Okay, so if I press Scott's screen now, that should be me now. Excellent.
Just like
that's my screen on. Okay, so yeah, there's something. Oh, there's my. Giving away my passwords and everything. I can't turn that off. There we go. Okay. So that was my license key there, in case anybody wants to use that. Okay, so we've got Aussie dollar is always the first thing I look at every morning. So looking at that this morning, looking at the 4-hour chart to begin with, will give us a kind of anchor bias, I suppose I would call it. I do see that's going slightly off there. We're missing the current price. Let me just try and adjust that back towards, there we go. How does that look now? That's better. Okay, yeah, so this will give us our anchor bias. I'll just quickly flick to daily and back again just to refresh it. So what I can see on the MACD is we've got a bit of convergence here on the lines. We have been heading down, but the momentum of the down move is running out. The lines are looking to cross on this current 4-hour candle. On the RSI, if we can see that as well, it's heading above the 50. We might get a rounded retest back to the 50, but it's looking down but stalling, and that's the RSI is looking up because it's crossed into the upper range. Looking at the Bolly, we've not come out the bottom of the Bolly, but we've had this big drop down on the Monday open here. It's tested the 50, gone against it a little bit, come back to just pierce through the bottom of the band, and it's heading back up again. It's holding above the pivot. It's wanting to head to R1 potentially. So yeah, it does look like it's stalling, which it kind of is because it's ranging here in these 3 candles between them.
Would you actually say that that's a good time to take a long?
I would say it's looking to set up for a long, but it's probably not. It's probably not showing its hand yet, I would say. I would need to have a look at the lower time frames now. We'll just have a quick at the higher time frames first. So I would say neutral, but it's waiting to go up. So not quite ready to take a long, but because it has gone up and rejected, but I reckon it'll retest that up to R1 as a target, back to the that would be the previous daily high there, and we've had a daily high here overnight by the looks of it. Or would that be, yeah, so we've had a previous daily high here and then the high of the day here. So yeah, I would say it's looking more long than short, certainly, and if it holds above this central pivot, which it is at the moment, it's come right off that, as we can see at that open, up to the top and back down again. Yeah, it could be a good time to go long. Once we look at the lower time frames, we'll have a little look. I'm getting a bit of static in my ears. I don't know if that's on the stream or not, or if you can hear that too, Evan.
No, I can't hear now. You said you get some static. Only you can hear that at the minute.
All right. Could be my issue. So the daily time frame, it's from the price action. We can see it's been up for a week or so on the Aussie dollar. I have mentioned before that I reckon the Aussie dollar is ready for a big turn to the downside, but it can still go up yet. So yeah, it looks like on the MACD, it looks like it's ready to turn. Again, it's not quite crossed yet. The strength of the momentum or convergence difference is slowly going off here and heading for the zero line to indicate the down move is about to happen. So, but early yet, that's a daily, so it's far too early to sort of judge and in the moment what it's doing. We'll go back down to the hour. Yeah, so that's a little bit clearer on the hour than it is in the 4 hour. I would say we're looking to move to the upside. It's ranging a little bit, it's a bit of indecision. This big candle here is getting retested here. It's filled that overextended move there, which would be a fair value gap for you ICT traders. It's just filled that on this current hourly candle. What time are we at? We're still we're still London open at the moment, so yeah, we often get those tests to the opposite direction during the London Open, and then we'll be looking to see what it's done at 9 o'clock, and then I would be looking to maybe get an entry in the lower time frames. It could still go. Oh, that's the static gone. That's good. Can I still hear you though? Yeah, there we go.
I'll speak. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, it's maybe because you weren't speaking. Yeah, so we're just about here. We've got a little bit of room down to here. It's testing the 50 on that 50, or the 20 moving average. I call it the 50 because it's sort of 50% of the volley. Possibly is a good entry there. You've got potential for a nice 17, 18 pips up to here, or if we're conservative, up to the previous daily high, as we said, 16 pips. If we've got an entry on there, it could still possibly come down and take this fair value gap here, but it's not looking like it wants to, as we've not quite retested this low here and here. So yeah, I think it would be a good time, I would think, to go along and back up to here, to the tops of these here. It has gone above, in this move here, it has gone above these highs, so we're heading in the right direction. But we can see on this MACD, it's still heading down, not quite ready to turn. Again, you might want to go down to the 5 minute just to see when it is turned, because it'll turn in the 5 minute before the 15 minute, so we'll see the turn on that. And it looks like here, certainly, yeah, it's ready to turn. It is bottoming out in the volley here. It has got all the way through the volley to the extremes here. So, and it's ranging, not looking to push lower. So yeah, I would say it is a good entry. I'm going to take one. I'll just open up my position size calculator on the other screen to see what I should be trading at size wise. This is my prop account. It copies across to my 100 to 1000. I'll give you a quick update on that shortly as well. Let's open up my position size calculator and we'll work out what the grade of the trade is and get a trade on. I do like Aussie. I do like the Aussie USD. It's turned into one of my favourite assets to trade. I think it's working at about a 70% win rate, but it's been my most profitable overall money-wise, certainly on this prop challenge I'm doing. I'm just on the valuation stage 1, and I'm only £1,100 away, $1,100 away from hitting the $8,000 target. So it's like an 8% target on a $100,000 account, and I'm up $6,907 at the moment. So it's heading in the right direction, and that's a few months' work. You know, it's not like I've not just done that since last week. Like Sam, did he not just start an evaluation and almost less than a week later, he's past it? Is that right? On his stage 1?
Yeah, he did it live last night on the Discord.
Fantastic. That is great. The boy did well. Yeah, so the 5 minutes looking good there for an entry. Probably happy to get in there. Maybe put my entry just above that last candle there. We'll do a buy stop. We'll change the size of that. Right, what we were looking at. So we said it was kind of neutral on the 4 hour, hadn't turned. Was looking up on the hour, but not yet on the 15. So we can probably go with a C trade just to be cautious. We can always obviously add into it with bigger size if we decide to. So I'm going to just do a half a lot, and if it goes lower, we can always get a better price by just bringing it back in there. What we've got here to look at, I think probably the middle of that fair value gap would be a good target, just below the daily high. We don't want to be to even this previous high here on the 5 minute might be good, but that's going to give us less. So we'll go for the 16 pips, I think it was. Well, that's only giving us 13. It's giving us 16 from there. Yeah, I think we'll just go for a live entry. So we'll try that again. So we'll go for 0.5. We'll go for 16 pips. 16 pips in here, and we'll just buy at market. Let's just get in and see what happens. So that would be a nice another $80 towards the target. Not going to quite hit the $107,000 on that, but I've got to say, it's taken me a long time to get out the habit of targeting my trades to round numbers, to making it up to that £100 or $100 when actually the trade is only going to give me $96 or whatever. You know, I really have to talk myself out of making it neat and tidy. You know, if it's only giving you 15.3 pips, that's your target, then don't make it 20 just because you like 20 more than 15.3. You know, it's going for me right away. We're already in profit. It's always a good sign when the blue turns up very early in a trade. You know, I'm not saying it'll stay that way, but we'll just have a look down to the minute, see if there's anything here that might give us a better entry for a second entry. We do have a few areas of interest here. If it comes down below here, then we're not really wanting to see it go below these lows here, but I will put in a second trade there, and we'll just do that at 50% of the size. We'll go for 0.26. That's what my position size calculator's telling me. 0.26. I try not to do like the old Martindale. I know some of the prop firms don't like it. I think if it goes against you, you're doubling up, can be a strategy, but I find that reducing as I go down and adding in as it's going. If it's going against me, I'll reduce the size as I add into the trade to achieve a better price. And if it's going for me, I'll go bigger. Like if it breaks, I'm pointing to my screen here, you can't see. If it breaks, above here, I would maybe add in for the last 5 pips a bigger position of 0.96 or 0.70 probably. I would add in to that position and just take those last 5 pips on a 7/10 of a lot. Is that a thing? I'm not sure. Right, I'm going to add in the position here first. You can see how easily I get distracted. So
You're talking
we'll go for the same
now. I don't think they'll understand.
7/10 and all that.
Yeah.
Come back to the decimal. Yeah, so that's 22 pips. And where was our stop? I just put in a 1-to-1, to be honest, in that first trade, just to give it a...
Listening to you predicting an Aussie dollar crash, and I'm thinking you're going to be getting chased by Algier, deflating his currency.
Well, yeah, that's it. I mean, there's shorts coming in. If you look at the COT report and the commitment of traders and the institutions are building up their shorts on that, ready to take it lower, and that kind of happens ahead of it going lower. But in the meantime, it's still, to everyone else, looks like it's going up, so that gives them their better price. So take profit to 21 pips, and what did we say for the? We'll just put that in there at 10 pips, a 10 pip stop loss on that one. Let's see what happens there. So that's 0.26. We'll go for that. So. Not a big trade overall. We're just looking at 0.13% of the overall account size, and the short, the stop will be just 0.1%. I'm just going to move the stop down to about here, below that last low, daily low, and below I just set my stop initially based on a 1-to-1, and then I adjust it to dynamically to where I'll still be not too unhappy if it does that. So try to get the $300 there, 0.28%, and I think we'll put another buy in here just in case it does go down that low, and we'll just split that down again to a lower size. We'll go for 20 pips and 38 pips.
So you're putting in some pending orders at them points then?
Yes, yeah, these are just pending orders, just ready to take. If we get any spikes during opens and things, or tweets from President Trump. So we'll buy there. So these are just pending orders in there. So 0.3, 0.17. It's a negative risk reward, but that's the way I trade. I don't have a positive risk reward in general, but in general I'll manage out before it hits this, which would be my hard stop. So I would be in and out before that happens. So the real risk towards just is impossible for me to monitor as I go. I've just got to. I can only look at it afterwards.
Yeah.
But I can have boundaries that I operate within. So we'll see about that. We'll see what that does.
Old risk.
Yeah, it's a managed risk. It's a known risk. I'm going to record this actually, and then I can put that on the Discord later on. I'll just change that chart over to Aussie dollar. Right, so there's my trade there. I'm going to just undock this and record it on a different screen. I don't know why my resources are overstretched. Strange. So I'm going to record that over on this screen here. and then I can play that back to you all later in the Discord if it. Well, no matter what it does.
It knows you were going live, so it thought it'll throw a spanner in the works for you.
Yeah, it was a bit of a pest. I'm just going to have a look on here. So just to make sure my on here, I don't know if you can see that on the screen there on my camera. This is my Vantage account on this computer here. It's a separate run computer, so that I'm just checking that trade is copied across. So we do have an Aussie dollar trade opened on a 0.01 lot size, and we're 8 pence in profit on the small account there. So we'll monitor that as well.
I mean, in profit on an open trade is always a good sign.
Yeah, it's good. And we're up to $15, 3 pips in the blue or in the green on the trade so far. I'm just going to have a look at the strengths on this computer. I'll need to share these with you guys because at the moment they're just on this separate computer here. So you won't be able to see them, but I'm just going to see what's moving at the moment. Looks like New Zealand dollar is hitting the top of the strengths. Looks like Aussie dollar is moving up as well, which is good for our trade. US dollar's heading towards the bottom, which is good for our trade as well. So that's already good. I should have looked at these first. It does look like Euro's quite weak at the moment. I'll just have a look and see what's moving in the moment. Yeah, New Zealand's strongest momentum up, and the dollar is the strongest momentum down. So Kiwi USD earlier today, we're probably about an hour late to this trade, but that was probably looking one of the best trades. Yeah, if we'd been up, well, I was up early, but if I'd looked at this earlier, this move here and the retest here would potentially have been quite good. And that, as you can see, it's already at R1 on here, so I wouldn't be interested in that trade now that it's touched in here, because I only trade between levels, and these levels it's been taken at the moment. If it breaks through it, could potentially be interested in going above, but then we've got to break this high here. So
I was going to ask whether you was treating that as a potential resistance area.
Yeah, I could trade back the way, but the move for me is still saying up. So whilst it's still saying up, even if it's bouncing and retracing, I tend not to take those trades unless that is the dominant direction. But at the moment, I would say up's the dominant direction, just even looking at that. So I would want it to relax back into here and then make another attempt and maybe a break of it, potentially, if it's got the strength. I'll have a look at pound dollar now, because we had the pound news this morning at 7 a.m. What was it, monthly something or other. I've not got my baby pips up at the moment.
Well, while you're finding that, my trade is just hovering in and out of drawdown, so it's kind of hit a range at the minute. So it's not doing that good, and it's not doing that bad neither. I don't know whether we're expecting any more news. I haven't actually looked. I've had nothing through the Discord.
I think all the news for today is over. I think it was like Japanese news overnight and pound this morning. No red news anyway. There might be some orange folder. Okay, but we'll have a quick look at pound dollar. If you're happy to go ahead with that.
Yeah, you do it. I'm just watching this. It's getting close to the band, so I'm either expecting a bounce off the EMA. If it doesn't bounce, then it's going to flip into shorts, cutting me out at a little loss, but then entering me into a short. So other than that, you're good to go with that analysis. Where was you looking at GU?
I'm going to have a look at GU, just have a quick check at the chat, see if anyone else is interested in anything. 50 Cal saying hello. I don't know if we've said hello to him already. He's off to work probably in 10 minutes, so he's just saying he got out 10 minutes before he's got to leave. Was he in a trade? Did he mention this morning? Was he? Well, it'll be gold, wouldn't it?
I don't know if he was in a trade this morning, whether he mentioned it, but I think he was trading yesterday.
And we've got Pulley in the house. Good to see you, Pulley. Right, GU. Okay, so we'll have a look at the H4, which we're on. Okay, it's quite spiky, these candles here, so we're getting a lot of range and a lot of movement and a lot of indecision. So this would be the 8 o'clock candle. We're still pre 9 o'clock, just. Okay, so that's the 8 o'clock candle, nice big push up. That was the 7 o'clock candle after the news. So yeah, news looks like it's been positive, and we've pushed up to here. That is the 23.6 on a fib, but where did that fib come from? I can't tell from here. I'm just going to remove that because it's an old one. So it'll be on object list, and we've got. I'll just remove the fibs off so they're not distracting me. I do like a fib. Do you use fibs at all, Evan?
Me, no. No, I've never actually got the hang of using them. I've tried, but every time it got to the level where everyone's saying it's the golden pocket and everything like that, so I've waited for a bounce. I've seen the bounce, and then it's just gone nah, and then crashed even further. So then I've done it the other way. When it's got to the golden pocket and rejected from it, I've actually got into a trade on that, and then it's just gone nah, and then sky, and I just like right now I ain't using this.
I know it's good when you when you apply them and everything lines up perfectly, and the price just touches it and moves away from it. You know, they can be good, but they don't work. Yeah, you've got to apply them to the right move. That Aussie trade looks like I'm too late to record it. It looks like it's heading in the right direction very quickly. Maybe too quickly, as it'll want to retrace on that up move. We're $45 in profit, targeting 80. So, and
not bad for a few minutes.
Yeah, it's doing all right. It's doing all right.
I was right on this. It's just broke the band, and it's just flipped us into a short. So I've taken a small loss, which isn't that bad, to be honest with you. It's only it's just half an hour. Instead of taking a full hour, it's actually reduced the loss, and it's just took half the amount.
All right, yeah. And I suppose it's the hardest thing to do yourself is look at a trade that you're in long or whatever, and then accept that it's actually going short, and then get in the short trade because that's now the trade.
Yeah.
You know, people manage, you know, me included, spend all my time managing out the wrong trade instead of just going cut and switch. You know, to have that psychological courage, you know, that's when you know you're a real trader, when you can do that. And the bot does it without the emotion.
I think it's just about to hit TP1.
Nice.
Is it? It's kissing it, and now it's going to bounce up and take me out of a stop loss. Come on.
Must be difficult not to just want to intervene, you know. You know what you would, you know, I know what I would do, you know, if it's tickling the stop loss and I can see the candle movement and I know it's just,
yeah,
you know, you would just like take it.
Yeah, I'm always tempted to actually manually take it. I'm like, you're close enough. But yeah, no, I'm just gonna let it do what it does. If again it passes, I've got like 19 seconds left in this candle. Now it closed out.
Okay.
So I'll stick your screen back up, and you can talk us through what you're doing now. I
am just adding into my Aussie dollar trade. just with a slightly larger position size.
Well, while you're adding it, what actually took me out was the spread.
Ah, right. Is that the spread on your Vantage?
Yeah.
Or is that, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of wild on the spread compared to my other account.
Yeah, I think with these accounts, there's no commission, is there? So the spread is where the broker's making their money.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that can catch you out if you're used to using a commission-based account.
Well, I'm used to spread, to be honest with you. Let's see if I've got this.
I mean, I'm just looking at my GU here. This is on the prop account. The spread's 0.1 of a pip, so just tiny. But there is a commission, I think, on this account.
I'm just matching it up. Yeah, the one that I showed you when I was talking to Unbiased Trader, that was my Pepperstone account. Now, like for like, which is Euro GPY, spread on here is 0.7, and spread
Not bad.
Spread on the Vantage account is 1.4. So there is a difference.
Yeah, that's quite a difference, especially if you're trading on the smaller time frames like you are. It tends not to affect my trading because I'm on bigger. I'm not looking at I do look at the minutes for entries and things, but my targets are kind of quite wide ranging.
Yeah, I mean, for this bot in particular, it wouldn't matter. It probably wouldn't matter me using a different strategy. So maybe I should have used this on Pepperstone instead of this one. But I have been watching it, and I have been getting took out like that for the spread. That's only due to candle entries. Now, if I was structurally based, I would have survived that, and I'd still be in it. I'd be in drawdown, but I'd still be in it.
Yeah.
If it was structure based, I would. Yeah, it wouldn't have got me. It wouldn't have got me so quickly. So maybe this strategy I should flip it to my other one. I've still got the 100 to 1,000 challenge going on the Pepperstone account, and we've just flipped long again. So we've gone long, short, long, and lost back to back.
Ah.
But never mind, I'm still only 1.78 R down, which in money is just a couple of quid.
Yeah.
It could be
handle
if I took my risk, but
you can certainly handle that.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, if I didn't handle my risk and I was going full margin or something like that, it'd be a different story. But no. Now I'm handling my risk on this because I did notice that was happening before, because it's got a wider spread on here. So this strategy might get sort of canned on this account, and I might use a different strategy on this account and show this spot on Pepperstone, because Pepperstone spread is a little bit more acceptable, shall we say, with this.
Yeah.
Kind of magic.
I use Pepperstone for my personal account and find that to be the best broker available in the UK, certainly for spread betting as well.
Yeah,
which is great.
I mean, IG is not that bad. The spread is still a little bit maybe wider, but I still manage to trade on IG, just as good as I do Pepperstone. It's just that I'm not trading anything as tight as I am when I'm trading them. But as for personal accounts, every single account that I've actually put up on screen is a personal account.
I've found. It's been a while since I've looked at IG. The last time they only did MT4 or their own broker platform. Is that still the case, or can you use MT5 now on IG?
I believe you can use MT5. I do know that it is MT4. I'm just waiting for them to offer C-Trader.
Right. Okay. Yeah. C-Trader. I've had a little bit of experience with them on Get Leverage. They use C-Trader as well. They used to. They now offer MT5, but I think with trading, I've just tried to stick to what I learned first, which was MT5, and not overcomplicate it for myself.
Yeah,
but it does look a good platform, right enough.
I was going to say, once you get yourself on C-Trader and you actually you get to learn where things are and what things do and stuff like that, there's no going back.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of offerings out there as well, but yeah, C-Trader does seem to be an up and coming one. I'll have a quick look at GU. Okay, so GU, we're on the H4 here. Let's see what the MACD's doing. Okay, so we've had a confirmed cross at the bottom, so we're wanting to push up. So that's consistent with our Aussie dollar pushing up, because obviously the dollar being the dominant currency in all the pairs, you get that confluence of all the pairs against the dollar going the opposite direction. So it can be a danger as well, because if you get your bias wrong on two or three things at the same time, then they all go against you if you're trading three different pairs. So I try not to trade any more than two pairs seriously. There might be another little trade with another dollar pair that I could get into, and then yen pairs I try and just trade one yen pair at a time. The yen pairs are always good to match up if you've already hit your limit on the dollar pairs. Anyway, try not to confuse it too much by doing too much at once, as your attention can go astray. You know, last night I got back in after I posted my profits yesterday on the small account, or the old small account. I'd got out my Aussie dollar trade, and then it kind of was looking like it was going to go to where I thought it was going to go, to the short side again. So I got back in after London close yesterday. I got back in, and just prior to New York close, it took a nice spike down to the downside again, revisited the lows again, and I managed to up my profit. I think we ended up $8 profit on or £8 profit on the new Vantage account yesterday.
Right.
And that was up about the same on the old 100 to 1000 account. I never withdrew the money to pay my new account from the old small account, so I'm just trading them both. So one's almost doubled, and it's up 89%. I did double it. I had doubled it, but unfortunately I had a couple of drawdown days, and it took it back a few steps. So I'm still working back up to the $200. We should be there by the end of this week, I think.
Was that on the
plan? I got. Let me have a look. I can bring it up maybe. I did have everything prepared this morning, but after my shutdown, everything's needing rebooted again. Yeah, okay, yeah, so on the... Let's see if I can screen share this.
Yeah, we're in choppy waters at the minute on JPY. It's just flipped again. I know it's got a 46% loss rate with a 54% win rate, but I wasn't expecting the 46 losses to come back to back.
What? How many? What? Say that again.
I said it's got. I've tuned it so it's a 54% win rate. So that leaves 46 losing trades. I just wasn't expecting the 46 losing trades to come back to back.
Right, yeah. Yeah, you don't want that. Okay, so here's the first day of the
It's going to do it again. Yeah, I love your charts when you're popping them up, man. They're awesome.
Hopefully you can all just see that just about. It's difficult to maneuver these windows into place in advance. So okay, so you can see that up on the screen there. Hopefully, we've got. This is basically the first day that I traded the new Vantage account. I hadn't fully set it up last week, so yesterday was the first day of trading. So it was £4.13 we got, which is a 4% return.
Yep.
On the first day. I'll see if I can bring up the old 100 to 1000 account, which was on Black Bull. I'm not sure if that'll just go over there or not. Sorry, this is it's all zoomed in. Maybe you can see that now.
Yeah, it's a lot better now.
Yeah, okay. So that was the first 100 to 1000 account. So we started off at £100, and I've traded it over 28 days. I think that was the beginning of March. We started that 1st of March, and just the first trading day on here was the 2nd of March. And obviously between then and now, I've been working, I've been away on holiday, there's been bank holidays, I've tried not to trade some days, so there's been 28 trading days over those almost 2 months. So we did all right to begin with. We got right up to £213 at one point, and I don't know if it was the psychology of going up to the 0.02 lot sizes, or if it was just overconfidence after all these green days, right up to day 17 and getting to that account doubling stage. I've tried to look at the psychology of that and uncover if I did somehow sabotage myself because of those things. I was saying it all the time, Scott, you're going to be humble. You're not going to think you're trader of the year just because you've had 17 green days in a row. Don't think that this is going to continue. Keep telling people the red day will come, because statistically it is going to come. And then we got a huge loss, only 11% loss, so within my tolerance, but probably too big a loss really for what it was. We then had a recovery week where the profits went down because of caution, I would say, and then we hit that loss again, and then I would guarantee that this one here on the 10th was me trying to undo the damage of these 2 days, and we hit the loss again. So I've slowly been building it. I've only traded 3 days since we had the losing streak of 3 days, but we're back up to 85% on that. I mean, it's still a good return over 28 trading days. We're still averaging 3% return a day. You know, that's fantastic by anyone's estimations. So that's what's happened there. Okay. Will I have a look at pound dollar? I think I've said it 4 times and not done it. So let's have a look at that. If I can, I can't really switch over between windows for some reason, but we'll go for that.
We can't either. That's what I was just talking about earlier. I wish we could actually load up a couple of screens where you just click.
Yeah. No, that's the different.
We'll have to move TP1 before you start.
Okay.
So I've just took a TP1, which has recovered a small amount of the loss. I'm still in the trade. I'm hoping it goes to TP2 when I get a full stop out. But up to now, I'm on a losing streak.
I've just I've taken off half of my trade just as it's testing the highs. I'll go to Aussie dollars. Sorry, I'll show you what I'm talking about. That would make more sense. So I've got on the Aussie dollar trade there, we'll go to the 15, make it a bit clearer. So it's retesting these highs there. So I've come out half the trade here. So I've only got a quarter of a lot left on the table now. Yeah, so I've come out half of it just at the top of these candles here as it was looking to go back down. And I've put in another order just below. A higher lot size because it's gone in my favour and I'm in profit on the trade. So I'll try and get back in here 0.71 and ride it back up to the original target, because it does look like it's wanting to come back down into this area here. As you can see, I use fair value gaps as my... If it touches the fair value gap and doesn't take it, which it often does, I may look to just put an order here, which was the original plan. We can always do that actually, just anyway. Because if it goes above there, then I would say it's going these last 3 or 4 pips. 0.71, and we'll put in a tighter stop because we don't want that going too far above us. So we'll take profit at 50 pips. And we'll go for 5 pips and 27 pips stop loss. I know that seems extreme, but that kind of works for me.
I know a lot of people do trade the fair value gaps. Do you actually do that all the time?
I find that these overextended candles where the price is pushed up, power candles, whatever you want to call them, they do, when the price jumps between candles like that and creates a fair value gap, if that's what you want to call it, it does tend to visit them, especially in a move like this on the lower time frames. I mean, it almost without fail takes the minute ones eventually. You know, it's not going to take these now, but it'll come back there eventually. So I would just pop that in there just to account for the spread. It almost without fail does it. I mean, you can watch this just now, it's going to head there. Let's see what it does, see now it'll want to go back into here. But what one will it go to first? It's closer to this one, so it'll probably take this one first and then head back down here.
Is that it does printing bars?
Is that my what, sorry?
Is that your system printing bars, or did you just apply that purple bar or pink bar, whatever?
I downloaded from MT5 Market. It's an indicator. Now I've probably changed the name of it. It's basically a fair value gap indicator.
Yeah.
So I've just added that indicator on, and that's a bearish fair value gap. That's a bullish fair value gap. So the purple ones, and then the grey ones are the ones that are on higher time frames or different time frames. So we can see there'll be higher time frames usually. Like that grey one is probably an hourly fair value gap here. So you can. Let's go back and see what it's doing with that. See, sometimes it just comes back to them and it doesn't want to touch the price in there. Obviously, there's a lack of orders in that area, so it's almost counterintuitive. Why would the price want to go somewhere where there's a lack of orders? Because there's obviously a lack of orders because it's jumped right past that price. So why would it want to go back to that price? Possibly because that's where people put their orders afterwards, because it represents an area of fair value.
No, for sure.
I don't know.
No.
So
Unbiased Trader's just come in and saying he missed his GU long. If it pulls back, he'll re-enter. His entry was 215.3. 21535. So if that's anywhere near where your fair value gap is,
21535. Right, it looks like it's not wanting to take this fair value gap at the moment. Although it hasn't closed out the bottom of the volley, and it is the minute chart, so I would say it is going to take it as we speak. I'll have a look at GJ. We'll just watch this. I'm determined to see if it does it. It just proves my point right or wrong. It looks like it's going to be fair. Well, it's taking my order. There's the fair value gap gone. Now it plunges me to my stop loss, but we'll see. So we're back in. It's gone way past it. It's you know.
Well, I was 3R down with it flipping. We've just took TP1 and TP2, so now I'm only 1.9 R down because the candle want that big, so the risk want that big neither, because it reduces the risk depending on size of the candle. And now it's actually took me out of that trade fully. It's off to the moon. So it's given me a little bit and decided to go off to the moon.
Nice. Oh well, off to the moon without you.
Yep.
Oh, that's not nice. Huh?
Yeah. It hung around and took me out for a couple of stops, and then give me 2R. Well, it gave me 2R to the size of the amount that I was risking, and then just now shot off.
Ah.
Thinking that's about right. So it's actually took more off me than it gave me back, but let's see how the actual day ends. You watch it not come back at all now. That'll be it. It'll just be skying forever. Because with it being only a small account, it would only open a 0.2. It wouldn't open a 0.4, which if it opened a 0.4, I would have had TP1, TP2, TP3, and I would have had a runner to go with it.
That would have been good. Okay, so unbiased trader missed his GJ long entry. If it pulls back, we'll enter. Entry was 21535. 21535. I've got that in my chart. Bearing in mind, different brokers might have different prices. So he was looking to go long. Presumably. Well, it just seems to be hitting 21. Well, it's not hit 21535 yet. 215. Oh no, sorry, it has. Yeah, 215. 21535. Oh, it has. Yeah, it's gone first. Yeah. Oh, 21535. Yeah, it's way down here. Okay.
So again, just like this one, it's left without him.
Yeah, it's gone through here and then heading for this fair value gap here. So, what's GJ doing? Let's have a look at the strengths. Pounds up.
It did frustrating when you miss it. I mean, I think he's toning the language down a bit. I would be a bit pissed off.
Yeah. Yeah, GJ was a good trade. Yen is still heading down strongly at the moment. Pound is heading up strongly and heading to the top of the strength charts as well as the momentum charts on the 15-minute. And both are heading in the opposing directions on the hour and to opposing sides of the chart on the strengths as well. So a good trade if you'd got that unbiased, and it's hitting that R1 now. We might get a bit of a pullback here. I would say we'd like to, once it gets into this zone here, I would say you'll get that. Can I do like a? Oh yeah. Oh no, that's a channel. Sorry, I don't know how to draw lines in my charts. I can draw straight lines, but I don't know how to do like. Oh, is that a zigzaggy one? Does that go? Oh no, I wanted one that continues. It's likely to go, yeah, there, and then back down into here, and then probably want to continue up to here. So you might get another opportunity to get back in if you would take that retracement, because that certainly looks like what it's going to do. And not to blow my own trumpet, the 3 trades I called out on Thursday all did there or thereabouts what my analysis said they were going to do. I'm not saying I'm right all the time, which I'm definitely not. But yeah, I would say with this one here with GJ, it's certainly looking up in the 4 hour for sure. There's a clear positive bias in the 4 hour. The strengths and momentum do look to be heading in the right direction. We're coming a bit close together on momentum. Looks like it might be slowing down, which would fit in with resisting this area and taking a little bit of a relax. On the hour, yeah, I mean, you can tell with the price action it's up, but is it going to keep going up? The MACD's coming down a bit, but it's still at a little bit of, it's fighting itself a little bit on the way down there. That move is definitely just about finished, I would say, up into here. Don't think it'll take this high, but it'll certainly want to turn. And when it does, you can either take that move if you're a lower time frame trader, because we're still up on the 15 as well. Looks like we've got a little bit of red coming in here, so it looks like it's turning on the histogram, but we're a long way from it confirming its turn, so I would probably just be leaving it alone myself for now and wait and see if it comes back into here, and maybe put a wee alert on just to remind myself that there's a potential entry here. Not quite on the 21535, maybe try and get back in the 215 260 area here. That would be an area of interest for me to get in and continue that move higher if everything else is lining up. But for the moment, do we want to take a 25 pip move down? Yeah, potentially. How does that fit against the overall? No, it's up. Yeah, I dare say we could. It'd be nice for a retrace, but I tend not to take the retraces. I tend to take the continuations. So we could look at that though. Can we justify it? Not yet in the 15. The 5 will turn before the 15, so let's have a look. It looks like it's ready to turn in the 5. Not quite yet though. How's the minute looking? That's looking like it's finished from the double top there. Yeah, it might have done its move. So you could potentially put in a sell here, back down to a safe 20 pips. How does that sound? I would do it as a C trade because it's kind of going against the bias, and I would put in yeah, we could do that. Let's do that.
I mean, it's only 20 pips. It's only a quick scalp.
Yeah. Right, let's have a look, see what my position size should be for the proper count.
How's your other
0 point.
How's your other one working out?
It's still back at the second entry. It's retraced. I took $22 or $20 profit, so off the table.
Yeah.
but it's sitting at minus $10 in drawdown at the moment, just retesting the area of the spike that took in the second order.
Did you adjust the stop loss it accordingly, or have you just left the stop where it was?
No, I'm still happy the trade is playing out as originally analysed. So I've just left everything as it is for the moment. I would still be happy to get my second entry in that's lower down at the previous lows, and continue the trade back to the original target.
Yeah.
As it stands. Right, so I'm just going to take a short on GJ back down to there. What did we say? 20 pips. We'll do a stop loss of 20 pips at the moment. We'll see how it goes. Again, this is against the trend. Will it go back down that far? Possibly not, actually, looking at it. We'll see what it does. We'll see if we can get $20 out of that, and we'll make that $20 as well. But I just want to check on the higher time frame, because I did have room to go a little bit higher first into that fair value gap. So that's just on the outside of that fair value gap. Yeah, we'll go back up to here, and we'll get a second entry in here, because it might just spike into there before it goes lower. We'll just see what the strengths are doing. Yeah, to be honest, this may be premature, because it's not. It is turning in the 1 minute, and the 5 minutes looking like it's turning. So yeah, we'll go for it. We'll see what happens. But I'll be ready to get out if it doesn't.
If you're not that convinced, hold off until you're actually sure. If you want to.
Yeah, no, I'm happy that that's what it looks like it's going to do, but I'm not so sure it's going to go all the way back down to the midline of the volley here at the moment. But
I've actually added this bot to UK 100. I haven't got a clue if I've got enough margin yet left in this bot to actually take a trade. It should be able to take a trade at minimum. So if anything, it should narrow down and scale down to a broker minimum. And it has just took a trade. So we have just actually entered a short in UK 100. But the price action is kind of long. I just thought that was a retracement. We might even actually lose this one too. It just might be a deeper retracement than the actual EMA that I've actually got it set to. The win rate isn't good. What I have actually got it set to, but it looks like it's going in the right direction anyway for the EMA. So I won't actually intending to stay in this trade too long, or at least with the win rate to lose rate ratio. It's only got at the minute, with me not altering the length of the EMA, it's only 35% win rate, 85% loss. So it's like, that's terrible. But the EMA is going in the right direction to how the price on the UK 100 is going. So I thought if I take a small loss, I'll end up in a big win with the way that the band is. So it just cracked the band. It entered me into a short, and I'm just 2 pence in drawdown on that.
Ideal. So what that's on the FTSE. What other markets is your bot monitoring?
At the minute, it's not monitoring any. It was just on JPY, because I was getting some good results, finding out what lengths and EMAs that I needed to be on JPY pair. This I've just put on UK 100. I've actually got it on. Let me have a look just to compare. No, I've got it on a lower. I've got it on a lower band than I have on JPY, and looking back at the JPY, it's still taking off, which is kind of upsetting because it's gone without me. Well, it's not gone without me. It gave me TP2, which actually took me out of the trade at full. So I've got to be happy with that, really. So it's at TP1, TP2 took me out of the trade for full, but I also carried on. It'll actually hook up to any market. So I've had it on oil. I've had it on.
Right.
I've had it on Euro USD. Euro USD. I've tried finding, let's say, an happy medium on the Euro USD. Euro USD itself, visually backtesting looking wise, it's not that good. So I may or may not actually trade it on Euro USD. It all depends on whether how I'm feeling at the time and what other pairs that I've got it on that I've got nicely set. I've got nice win to loss ratio on oil, because oil is actually going up at the minute. The ones that I actually drew out earlier, it seems like it's going to breach it and oil's actually going up. So yet again, I don't know if Trump's actually said anything, but it was kind of consolidating and now it's broke out and it's heading to the upside, or at least it's heading to the upside of the box that I drew out. I don't know whether it's going to actually break out of that box. If it does, I might go long on oil. If it doesn't, then I actually might go short on oil. But at the minute, oil for me is unpredictable. You think it's coming down and then it shoots up, and it does the same vice versa. But no, this will adapt to any pair that you put it on, indices, stocks, and everything like that. All you've got to do is match up the EMA length and the EMA. Anyway, it's got a whole array of EMAs in there. So if you had a favourite and you knew how to adjust the settings to make it bend, shall we say, because the bendier EMAs are the best, to be honest with you, in a system like this. So it gets you in and out, maybe at the just over the top and then just under the bottom. And again, higher time frames seem to be a little bit better because you're actually in the direction for longer. So you'll get a better win to loss ratio on a higher time frame than you will on a 3 minute, because 3 minute is just like scalping. So I'm trying to develop something for a lower time frame, so I don't necessarily get bored waiting for the 4 hour to set up. But already my assumption was correct. It's just took me out for a small loss, which actually would be. Let me go back to that, because I don't like an MT5 not actually giving you the ask price. I've actually found it now when I was on about it yesterday. You've got to manually turn it on MT5. I don't know if you actually have that on when you're trading the MT5 platform.
No, I just use the. I think it's the bed line I use.
I've got used to seeing it on CTrader, so I know how close it is going to be took out via the spreads, and how wide they are on the spreads. Because when I first used MT5, I got took out, but I didn't know that the spreads actually jumped like 35 pips on the new daily cap. You know, when I first started.
Yeah, I remember that day too.
Yeah, I adjusted my stop loss, what I thought was way out the way. And I thought, right, new daily candle, spreads widen slightly. I'm up here, it shouldn't take me out. And all of a sudden, it was like, I was thinking the broker had, like, messing around. I was like, what's going on? because I couldn't see the actual line for it. And then what's going on? The broker's having a laugh. What just happened? And I didn't see it or anything. And then I worked it out. The actual spread itself jumped to like 35 pips, and I'm like 25 pips away, thinking I'm golden. And it just went pum and took me out, plus a little bit of slippage. And I'm like, nah. And I couldn't work out what was going on. And that was a learning curve when I first started. So yeah, I like actually seeing the spread now, so I know where it is.
Yeah, that's taught me a few lessons. You know, don't hold trades to the end of day. Get out, if you can, or have a wide enough stop to survive if you're valid, if your trade's still valid, for sure.
Definitely.
Morning to MGN. I see MGN's in the chat. Unbiased was saying he had to go to school. I think, have you read these already, Evan? I'm half asleep. And we've got Unbiased. I put the levels on the chart that Unbiased has said here for the GJ. So his stop loss, I've put it in orange here, would have been 21523. That would have been too tight for me. I probably would have been down here because I'm a chicken. But Unbiased just had it here, and that would have worked out fine, certainly, if that was his entry on the pink. Not quite touched his TP here in the light blue. It's potentially going to touch that. It's still not turned. Still not turned. We're in, and it's tried for it. It's just missed my second entry there to take the reversal off this level. So that was Unbiased trades there. Will is in. Good morning, lads. Good morning, Will. Good to see you.
I wouldn't necessarily call you a chicken, Scott. A more safe trader.
Yeah, I'm just a wide and slow. Let it play out. Give it room to breathe, as they say. MGN, he's saying he was in a GU sell. I never quite got around to my GU analysis. GU sell, 1.35, stop loss at 1.35403, 1.35260, 1.35403, target Asia lows, or possibly yesterday's lows. Nice one. So that was GU sell. So I was going against. I think I was beginning to say it was looking up on GU. Let's see. We'll have a look and see how that's played out for MGN. If I can find my GU. Just back to the Aussie quickly, just to distract myself. I think I might have ADHD, to be honest. Aussie's still kind of hovering in above my second entry there. We're heading in the right direction though. It's $11.25 in profit at the moment. So let's hope that continues up to our take profit here. GU, let's do it this time. So GU sell at 1.35260, which is there. So top of this candle, we'll put a line in just to have a look and see where. I'll just change the colour to pink. 260, I think 1.35260, yeah, we're roughly there. His stop loss says 1.35403. Let's get another line in here. $403, so just that, yeah, that's right on the daily high, as it's mentioned already. We'll change that to orange. That's a stop loss in there, roughly. And is he giving us a TP for that? No, but it's not, I'm guessing it's not taken yet. So it's selling. I think we were going to buy, but were we? We never did the full analysis. Let's have a look. Let's have a look and see. So, yeah, I mean, it could still come down. Just, yeah, it could still come down to here. I think we're saying, is that roughly where your TP is? 1.35, 185, or thereabouts. You can let us know in the chat, MGN. I'll just remove that comment just now. Let's have a little analysis, since I've said it 25 million times now. Right, H4, what's it doing? It's wanting to turn up and go long. It's crossed here on this last 4 hour candle. In the higher time frames it's saying up, so we're up, we're up. The Bolly, it's just kind of spiky, I think we said before as well. It's wanting to go up, and it is going up. But on the early time frame, what's it doing? What is it doing? It's wanting to go up, and it's wanting to go up to, hopefully not MGN stop, but that's about where it's wanting to go up to at the moment, I think. But will it break that high? Will it break that high? And will it get to that resistance level there at R1? That's where it certainly wants to go. Possibly doesn't want to go above this high, which is the previous daily high. That's correct. That's today's high, that thick one. Okay, so hourly, my bias would be up on the MACD. And up on the RSI, can you see the RSI? Yeah, up on the RSI, it's definitely in that positive territory there, so it wants to go up. So we're looking for, I'd be looking for longs, certainly. It's not to say you can't, on the lower time frames, trade the shorts, which there might well be appearing. If I was going up, I would be looking to get in here to go up. It didn't do that though, it didn't come back to that. It wanted to come back here, and this candle didn't, and we got like a, what do you call these, a doji? A doji? That's the make of my phone. I've got a doji phone. It's Chinese. I can only recommend them, they're good.
Is it a doji or is it a dragonfly?
It's a doji. Doji. So what's it wanting to do in the 15 minute? At the moment, we're getting convergence of these lines here. And we're getting a little bit of a down momentum coming in on the histogram. That histogram is lower than this one. Or sorry, this one is lower than this one, which suggests the power is going out the up move on this time frame. And we're not quite reached a high. Even if that had reached a higher high here, or does reach a higher high here still, it's wanting to turn down on the 15, which is what I'm hoping it does on GJ as well. You know, if the pound has taken a nice rise, and I can see it's at the top of the strengths in the 15 minute at the moment, and I can see it's still got strong momentum to the upside, but it can only go up so far before we have to get the correction. And I would say it's just about to reach that side. It's in the zone of it can't go any further on the strengths in terms of the move it's already had. In the short term. So it probably wants to take a dip lower. Let's have a look in the lower time frame. So if it's going lower, it's going against our bias. So on the H4 and the daily, so we'd only be looking for a C trades on it if we are going to go short. It's not quite turned short yet though, it's still up in the 15, and it could go higher even on the strengths. It can still go higher, so I'm still up, so that's triple up. I'm not taking a trade short on this, even though I just went ahead and did that on the GJ. On the 5 minute, Yeah, it's turning in the 5 minute. It'll always turn in the lower time frames before it turns in the higher time frames. So we can see it turning, but it's in a little bit of indecision here on the MACD. It's pushing a little bit higher here. It's in positive territory on the RSI, so we're still up. We're not, we've crossed and, have we crossed? We've crossed here, but it's not confirmed, so down, so conflicting, so neutral. It's through the top of the volley. It's not quite closed in this middle zone, so it can go either way here. So I would say indecision, neutral, so I wouldn't be happy taking a trade in this at the moment, but it certainly looks like it's setting up for what MGN's looking for as a retracement down into here, 10 pips. But I still think we could just get that little spike up to here, and it's going to be very close to stop at here. But yeah, I would wait till it either revisits this zone or we get clear movement to the downside. But by the time we get that clear movement, it's probably already going to be at the 10 pips, and that would be my entry to go long, I would say, up to targeting here. I would be wanting to get in here up to here, so that's not very good showing you there. Aye, possible entry here, so let's get my wee what do you call it, alert in here. If it touches that fair value gap, possible entry here, get your 50 pips up to here, because everything's looking positive for the pound today, possibly due to the news, but it's looking positive. And the dollar is kind of hovering. The dollar's not really moving. It's going down on the hour, turning down on the H4. Little bit of indecision, meandering on the 15, so it might just range. It could just range, which it looks like it's been doing a little bit on that chart, certainly. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing. I think that'll still play out, but it might take ages. It might take till end of New York to get up your 50 pips here. But that's what I'll look for later. Look for it coming down to here, get my entry and go long up to here.
Yeah, I necessarily found that my winning trades take time to play out, but my losing trades seem to go pretty fast. So I'm trying to work out how to flip that script.
Yeah, I mean that's what tends to happen when everything's setting up nicely and the bias is looking nice, and your confidence is in there to take that trade. It's not going to be the quick moves.
No,
it's the quick moves are when it's going
against you,
unexpectedly against the bias.
Absolutely.
For some reason, well, that's the way of the markets. So MGN's on the 15 minute. His first target is 1.35046. 1.35046. Oh, that's down here. So that should be the bottom of the volley there. So we'll put a line on here. We'll make that, what was our target lines? Cyan, Aqua. So that's his first one, and TP2 is 34819. 34819. So that's down here. So looking on the higher time frames, what's that aligning with? The bottoms of these candles there. So yeah, take it to the lows there. Yeah, nice. I do think it's going to turn here though, and continue higher from what I'm seeing. But it's not to say we can still both be right in a way. That's a nice target in here. It would have to break through that mid level between the pivots as well to get down to this daily low. I would say something's going to have to spectacularly happen. Maybe a Truth Social post from Trump to make it change direction like that. But I do think it's long for today, to be honest. not likely to come down and wanting to go to these lows, I don't think. Anyone else for anything else? Anyone else?
Well, I was going to say, when you said you both can be right on the same trade, I mean, Richard Wells used to do that to me all the time on LLTF. I'd be like thinking that, let's just say it was GJ. I'd be thinking GJ was long, and I'd actually place the order. And then Richard Wells would look at the same thing, and then he'd look and he'd be like, right, well, I'm going short. And I'm like, oh, no, don't do this to me.
Yeah. I remember that, actually. I remember that battle in the old days of London Live.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, don't do this to me again. You did it yesterday, and it played out your way, not mine. And it was like, no, don't do this to me again. But yeah, they were fun days then.
And I think GJ does look like it's going to do just what Unbiased is saying there. The bull momentum is continuing. Yeah, I mean, yen can be an absolute unstoppable train when it's taken off, and it's certainly looking like an unstoppable train on that chart today. You know, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 nice solid up green candles with no sign of retreat. You know, to be safe, I'd probably look to get out again here, because it's certainly got that upwards move. I'm just going to move my TP to there, just because it's. Although having said that, it's not gone past my. It's not gone past this resistance level. That's why my stop's here. So we could get a little bit of retrace. I'll maybe just take TP, just get out of this lower trade, and then see what it does when it's get there, and maybe just keep that there. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get
the USD JPY again. The trade that I actually took a full 2 TPs on. That's still going up. So I'm torturing myself going back and having a look at this because it's still going up. The one that I'm in now, which was UK 100, has just actually fell into drawdown. And that was actually just kissing me the TP1. Oh, it's just took TP1. We're having a little bit of reflecting the candle going up and down. I can't really say what I wanted to because it's not politically correct these days. You know, it's just spiking up and down real fast. Right. So yeah, I'll just say that it's going up and down reasonably fast. which has just actually hit TP1. I'm still in the trade because I've got 2 positions open. TP2 don't have a TP. It's got a stop loss, but it just doesn't have a TP. So I think that the bots decided that after seeing that Euro, no, not Euro. I keep wanting to because I trade euros as well, Euro JPY, but this is USD JPY. So from the trade from US JPY, it saw that it took me out. So it's not included a take profit in this. So it's like, right, well, seeing as though we might be on the upside, you can have a runner. So I'm wondering if it's actually going to be a runner, or whether I'm going to take out for another flip before it actually gets back in. And I've got 1 minute left in that candle, so whether it's bouncing off the EMA, what it finishes at, who knows. I'm hoping it's going to carry on and go above the EMA and carry on going above, because that'd be a nice little runner. I might even get my losses back out of this trade alone, but it has to run for me to do that, and I'll trail the stop loss. At least the stop loss is supposed to be trailing itself. That's one thing that I've not seen yet because I keep getting taken out. either at loss or at 2R or even at 1R. So I've not actually got into a trade where there's been a runner. So I don't know if the trailing stop logic is actually working yet on this, which would be a good time to find out, really, in this trade, which is UK 100. So everybody that wants to go long on UK 100 and actually start pushing the market up with me, let's stick about £10.5 billion in the UK 100 market. So it actually skyrockets. So I can just find out whether my stop loss logic works or not.
And I've just had one of my stops taken on the GJ trade there. I must have had it just slightly lower than the other one. So it's taken me out the better entry there. It never took the other stop for whatever reason. We'll have a look and see.
As it took its stop and carried on though.
It's took my stop on that. Well, we can see looks like there's a 7-point gap between where it's taken it and or 10 pips, maybe 1 pip. Yes, that would be your spread, would it?
Yeah, you might have been took out with spread.
Yeah. Does look like it's one to turn, but not to say it will. It does want to come back down and fill this, though. It definitely does. It's close, though. It's close. I don't normally operate with such tight stops. I think I'll only put that in just to demonstrate my thesis. Will I get back in? I can still get it back in at a better price than what it took me out for, I suppose.
I mean, sometimes I found the markets like that little kid on The Simpsons. It comes back, it tags your stop loss, goes ha ha, and then carries on.
Yeah, I've had that a few times.
Yeah.
We'll get back in and we'll see what it does. I've still got the feeling it's resisting that level, although the stop is not in a safe place. This is more of it's not in the safe place I normally have a stop. I wouldn't normally get taken out for $12, you know.
No.
Which I have been. Let's have a look. It's normally a lot worse, so yeah, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's a good thing. What size was I going for? 0.25. Yeah, so we'll just we'll take a better price there, and we'll just put we'll just split the difference between these two stops here, and we'll see what it does. It's in the zone of turning, so we're in for. And for 26 to win, take off the 12, a $14 profit or a $52 loss. I know it doesn't stack up, but we'll see what it does. And the Aussie dollar trade, it's looking all right. We're kind of $20 hovering about, already $22 in the bank on that one. Targeting up to here. We'll just let that one run. The actual stop loss is down here. I mean, I don't let it run to these hard stops, you know, but I'll manage out. That's just the safety net in place. So we'll see what that does. Well, that's about 10 past 10, I think, almost. 5 past 10. We're over time. We're into overtime now, Evan.
Dude, it's been awesome having you on, and obviously time's flying. I'm not even paying attention. But thanks for joining us this morning, though.
No worries, and just for anyone that's still listening, I'm back on at 6:30 tomorrow morning, 6:30 tomorrow morning to have a first look at the markets, hopefully a bit more efficiently than I've been doing it so far, and we'll get the small account update done, and I'll give you an update on these trades today and see how we've got on with our 2 trades that we're in at the moment. Looks like the GJ stop is under attack yet again, and it does look up. So we'll see what happens.
I'm going to post my results for this overall in the Discord, and don't forget to join this guy tomorrow for his show. He'll probably catch you up on his 100 to 1,000 challenge, and let you know that he's probably reached it by morning. But don't forget to subscribe, and share the channel. Get yourself in the Discord. The link is in the description. The Discord is awesome. You'll find Scott there posting his trades and his updates, and you'll find me there also doing the same. But between me and Scott, he's posting his wins and I'll be posting my losses.
A bit of both from me. I'm going to have my GJ losses in there. It's just taking my stop out on that, so I'm out that trade. That's done.
Yeah, so it's been awesome, buddy. We're nearly 10 minutes over, so with that being said, join Scott and me later on tomorrow. Scott's coming first. Don't forget to subscribe his what would you call it? Live stream, not podcast. So like his live stream. See him tomorrow. Unbiased is just coming in and saying take care, Unbiased. We'll see you in the Discord. Cheers, guys, and we'll catch you
Bye now.
tomorrow.
Cheers, guys.